EMF induced in a general wire. So we have seen before how a straight conductor traveling in a magnetic field which is perpendicular to its velocity behaves. So we have seen that the EMF induced there is BVL. Now we will take a case of a general wire, and here the B need not be perpendicular to this wire. I mean, anyway this wire is curved. So this is a general case where you have an odd shaped wire and you have a magnetic field B. B is still uniform. So let's say this wire is traveling with velocity V. We need to find the EMF across PQ. So what we'll do is, step 1, we'll consider a free electron E in a small part of the wire DL. So let's take a small part of this wire and let's say there is a free electron in the wire. It will experience a magnetic force Fp because it is traveling with velocity V. So and it has a magnetic field B also, the region. This electron will experience a magnetic the force due to magnetic field E into V cross B. Now the actual direction will be different, not in the plane, but this is just for your understanding. So let's say we get a force Fb which is E into V cross B on this wire, on this electron. Now at steady state, so at steady state there will be some electric field inside the wire. So the electron is at rest eventually. So along the path of the wire, this electron is not moving. So I can say Fb cos theta is equal to Fe. So Fe is the electrostatic force which is E into E, and Fb is E into V cross B. So along the length of the wire, their components are equal. So we'll start from this equation. Fe is equal to Fb cos theta, and Fe is E times E. This is the electric field at that part of the wire, is equal to Fb is E into V cross B times cos theta. So E will get cancelled. So here you can see that E is not fixed, it's dependent on theta. Otherwise it's a constant, but it's just there's a factor of cos theta here. Earlier when we did our straight conducting wires, then there was no component of cos theta, and E was coming a constant on the whole conductor. Here E will change on every part of the conductor based on the angle theta. What is this theta? Which the DL is making with the magnetic field force. So now for this small element, I can write dV is equal to EDL. So here both the electric field and the DL are in the same direction. So I can treat it as a small battery on this DL part. So I can write that dV for that small battery is EDL. So E I can write from here, I will get DL into V cross B cos theta. This DL and V cross B, you can see that if they are making an angle theta, I can write this as DL into this into cos theta, which I can write as dot product of DL and V cross B. So this is DL dot V cross B. So if I integrate this, I will get the complete EMF on the whole wire. So if I integrate this from P to Q, DL dot V cross B, now V cross B is a constant. So the integration will be on the DL, and integration of this DL vector, so if I add all these small DL vectors, will eventually be L vector. So I get my result, velocity, EMF across PQ is L dot V cross B, which is our general result. Now if you remember in our straight conductor which was moving perpendicular to the magnetic field, you would get the result BVL from this equation. So this is the general equation. From here you can get for any shape. Now another thing to note is, if any two of L V vector or B vector are parallel, then the EMF across the wire would be 0. So you can just see these are three vectors, and if any of these three are parallel to each other, then your EMF will be 0. One more thing you can notice here is, so this is one wire. If I take another wire which is of different shape, but the ends are still at P and Q, and if I take a third wire of a different shape, so all those wires, if they are moving with the same velocity V, then the potential difference across both the ends will be same in all the cases. So remember this formula. From here we can we can find the EMF for any conductor of any shape.